So how many fragrances does a man actually need to own? Okay, technically the honest and the correct answer is 0, because fragrances are technically a luxury item. How many fragrances does a man actually need to own? We're going to be answering this important question today, guys. I want you guys to save your time and money through this video, where I'm going to go through a variety of fragrance collection sizes. The correct collection quantity is going to be as varied as the individuals out there. Some people only have 1 fragrance, some people have 100 fragrances. So I want to go through each varying size and let you guys know how you can create the most well-rounded best collection along each stage. Hopefully you guys find this video useful. So how many fragrances does a man actually need to own? Okay, technically the honest and the correct answer is 0, because fragrances are technically a luxury item. But I would say in today's modern age, where most people are going to spend money on deodorants, you can spend like very little money for a very good quality fragrance nowadays. I feel like, you know what, if you're going to take care of yourself, you kind of do need fragrances. Maybe they're becoming less and less luxury and more like, hey, these are standards that people should set themselves to. I feel like getting a good quality fragrance is so accessible now. There's less reason to ignore this aspect of your life, this aspect of your presentation. So yes, technically 0, but I'm gonna say, no, you need at least 1. So the 1 fragrance collection, these are for usually people who are just getting into fragrances. They don't care about the hobby that much. They kind of just want their daily driver they put on and they know they're gonna smell good. They're dumb reach and that's it. So for this collection size, you need a very versatile fragrance, one you can use in the day and night, all 4 seasons. And that'll be something like Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum here. Very versatile, high quality, good amount of longevity. I still get 8 hours in my Eau de Parfum bottle, so I think this does the job. Other fragrances might be something like Dior Homme Sport 2021, or some guys love Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Beau, Le Parfum a lot. You can use that potentially. Find your signature. This has to be something that really suits your personality, that works in any situation, and you don't mind people associating this scent with you. If you're gonna start upgrading your fragrance game, you're getting more into the hobby, then you go for the 2 fragrance collection. In my opinion, this should be a daytime fragrance and a nighttime fragrance, and both fragrances should ideally work in all 4 seasons. So first of all, you can go for Terre Hermès Eau de Toilette, and then in the evening time, you can go for something like Guerlain's L'Homme Idéal Extreme. You have the brightness of Terre Hermès here, then you have the warm ambers from L'Homme Idéal Extreme. They both are quite balanced, easy to wear in all 4 seasons. This is quite a nice collection compared to the 1 fragrance collection because you have more variety now. Your fragrance game is getting a little bit more interesting, and you're not just a one-trick pony anymore. 37.9% of people who watch School of Scent are subscribed to us. If you guys really want to see our channel grow, go ahead and click subscribe. Let's get that number to 40%. Thank you. And then you have a 3 fragrance collection, which adds a bit more versatility. In my opinion, these 3 categories should be a fresh everyday scent like Loewe 7 Cobalt, a sweeter evening time scent like Dolce&Gabbana the one Eau de Parfum, and then finally a loud fragrance to turn heads like Moschino Toy Boy. But then in my opinion, the perfect fragrance size for beginners who are getting into collecting is going to be a 5 fragrance collection. These are the categories that most reviewers cover, such as a versatile dumb reach fragrance, your date night fragrance, your office professional scent, your summertime fragrance, and then finally a loud head turner fragrance. So to show you an obvious example using only designer fragrances, you can use Tom Ford Ombré Leather as your versatile signature, Prada Luna Rosa Black for your sweet date night scent, Azzaro the Most Wanted for something more loud and playful, the Dior Homme Cologne for something in the summertime, and then Guerlain Homme Eau de Parfum, which smells professional, inoffensive in my opinion. So these are an obvious example of 5 fragrances to give you something very well-rounded. I will have to mention our own brand Atrium as well, which is built on this concept, 5 fragrances for a well-rounded collection. You guys can check out our own brand, which bring creative new ideas into the industry, in the link in the description down below. And then I will say as a reviewer, when people are buying their first 5, they have a handful of fragrances, I always then recommend them to round out their collection with new interesting styles that often a lot of people miss out on. So this would be your next step in the collection builder. You go from 5 fragrances to 10 fragrances. So often I'll tell people to get a gourmand fragrance, which is a fragrance that smells edible, which could be something like Tom Ford's Noir Extreme. Uses a really sexy, unique coolfy note in its note breakdown. One of the best to do this style of gourmand fragrances. Go for a leather fragrance, which I know I put ombre leather in our example, which I now retrospectively probably shouldn't have, but yes, a lot of people don't have leather fragrances. So if you have like Bleu de Chanel or Sauvage as your versatile scent, get a leather fragrance as well. They add an extra edge and masculinity to your collection. A lot of people now at this point get their first oud fragrance. That could be Gucci Intense Oud. Sexy oud fragrance that you can find really affordably at Nautica or other discounters that are local to you. You can get your first iris fragrance, which is a very unique and distinct notes, such as Valentino Woman Intense, a very beginner-friendly iris fragrance. And then often people at this stage might get their first niche, so that might be something like Mancera, Cedrat, Boise Intense, and maybe their first Middle Eastern / clone fragrance, which could be something like Bleu to get you into that world of affordable, high-quality Middle Eastern scents. That's your first 10 there. I think most people can be okay with this. Personally, if I wasn't a reviewer myself, I'd go for 20 fragrances. So this is the next step up. This is like the penultimate step in this video. 20 fragrances to me would be like, okay, you got those first 10, and now let's say you create a second 10, all those similar styles or notes, etc., but you now go and do that in a niche way. So you go for the more peculiar, more artistic sense. So let's say you like the gourmand aspect of Tom Ford Noir Extreme, you might try the Affogato coffee gourmand of something like Xerjoff's Golden Dala, which is a great signature scent as well. You like your iris fragrance and your oud fragrance from the designer realm, maybe you want to try real orris and real oud in something like Interlude Black Iris by Amouage. You have your versatile designer fragrance, now you want to try one of the popular niche versatile fragrances, something like Leighton could fit in here at this point. A lot of people go for Aventus, people go for their niche head turners like Baccarat Rouge, etc. You're kind of just replicating your first 10 into your second 10, but something usually a bit more strange, creative, usually a little bit more expensive as well. I usually always recommend quality over quantity, so I say take your time, do things like going to fragrance shops and trying scents in store, buying samples, taking your time with your purchases so you get the best quality in your collection and you don't let any of your bottles gather dust. As I said, if I wasn't a reviewer, I'd probably be at around 20 fragrances, and then every once in a while I'll be sampling new stuff and adding things into my collection when I absolutely really love them. And that's how I would keep up my interest in the world of fragrances, explore new creations, and just appreciate this art form that is perfumery. I hope you found this video useful, guys. It's a bit of a different one to what we usually do. It's me trying to make sure you guys are buying what is correct for you and going about your fragrance journey in the best way possible. Did you guys find this video useful? Did you not find it useful? Let us know either way in the comments down below. Do you agree with my tips on how to build a fragrance collection, make it well-rounded, what size everyone should go for? Let us know as well, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to check out my previous video on the best places to buy fragrances online. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.